This is Land of Havilah, Isaiah 39. As far as we know, the Judean and Babylonian kingdoms didn't have much relationship until the time of Hezekiah. Babylon was in lower Mesopotamia, about 1,000 miles away, which was too far for regular contact. But now Babylon's archenemy, Sennacherib, is attacking Judah, and it's attracting the Babylonians' attention. Naturally, the Babylonians would like Hezekiah to inflict as much damage on Sennacherib as possible. When Hezekiah was sick, the king of Babylon heard of it. His name is Merodach-Baladan. He was cheering for Hezekiah from afar, and he did the following. Verse 1. At that time, Merodach-Baladan, the son of Baladan, king of Babylon, sent letters and a present to Hezekiah, for he heard that he had been sick and had recovered. Hezekiah was pleased with them, and Hezekiah is pleased with the letters of well wishes from the king of Babylon, and he's pleased with the present and with the Babylonian ambassadors who brought them. He should probably remember that the enemy of your enemy isn't necessarily your friend. In his overexuberance, still in verse 2, he showed them the house of his precious things, the silver and the gold, the spices and the precious oil, and all the house of his armor, and all that was found in his treasures. There was nothing in his house, nor in all his dominion, that Hezekiah didn't show them. Comment, as of now, the Babylonians know exactly what Hezekiah has. They know Judah would make a nice little conquest if the opportunity ever presents itself. Verse 3. Then Isaiah the prophet came to King Hezekiah and asked him, "What did these men say? Where did they come from to you?" Hezekiah said, "They've come from a country far from me, even from Babylon." Comment, Hezekiah was intoxicated with pride over what he had. Pride goes before destruction, and an arrogant spirit before a fall. Proverbs 16:18. Pride is insidious. It comes over us before we know what's happening. Once your narrator said to God, "God, you've got to help me with my pride. I'm spending so much time standing guard over it. I don't have time for anything else." In a flash, he said, "Do you have anything better to do?" I said, "No, Lord." He said, "Keep standing." Coming up, Isaiah asked Hezekiah, verse 4. Then he asked, "What have they seen in your house?" Hezekiah answered, "They've seen all that is in my house. There's nothing among my treasures that I have not shown them." Then Isaiah said to Hezekiah, "Hear the word of Yahweh of armies. Behold, the days are coming when all that is in your house and that which your fathers have stored up until today will be carried to Babylon. Nothing will be left, says Yahweh. They'll take away your sons who will issue from you, whom you shall father, and they'll be eunuchs in the king of Babylon's palace." Comment, it was a chilling prophecy. Isaiah says all the riches stored up in Judah, which the kings of Judah have accumulated up until today, will be carried to Babylon, and worse, Hezekiah's male descendants will serve as eunuchs in the king of Babylon's palace. That came to pass about 100 years later during Nebuchadnezzar's first invasion of Judah. He carried away all the treasure and 12,000 of the most capable men of Judah, including, quote, all the princes, 2 Kings 24:14, among them Hezekiah's descendants. Hezekiah's response to Isaiah, verse 8. Then Hezekiah said to Isaiah, "Yahweh's word which you have spoken is good." He said, moreover, "For there will be peace and truth in my days." Comment, Yahweh's word was good from the standpoint it wouldn't involve Hezekiah personally, and it was good from the standpoint that all Yahweh's judgments are good and right. But no doubt Hezekiah learned the tragedy of what he had done and repented of his pride. In verse 8, he expects Yahweh to give him peace and truth in his lifetime. He knows Yahweh, and to know him is to trust him. When the Babylonians attacked 100 years later, there was no blame laid on Hezekiah. If everyone in Judah had been like him, there would have been no attack, 2 Chronicles 36:14-16. The takeaway, there's never a safe time to indulge in pride. Isaiah 40 is next.